So, as far as tabs go, first I'm sure you know about affinities, where you just check mark affinity, and no matter what tab you control click into, it goes into the affinity tab if it's associated with it. So the map tab goes in the map tab, fragments go in the fragment tab, yada yada, so on and so forth. Then as far as the rest of the stuff I pick up, is this any good? No. Okay. As far as the rest of the stuff I pick up, I have two dump tabs. One for stuff I plan to keep and move in my inventory. One for stuff I'm just selling. So sex socket recipes, chromatic recipes if I'm still doing them, spare uniques I'm just going to sell for alch shards. And side note, I always keep like approximately 5 uniques to the side in case I get the mysterious gift prophecy where you sell 5 for 1. But that's very optional. Anyways, or if I find a rare and I picked it up and I don't want to keep it, like this Nightmare Bassinet, I can just put it in the sell tab. Like sell to vendor tab. As far as keeping goes, so this is where the highlight items thing goes in. I type currents for currency. I could also probably type rents. Yeah, okay. Note you don't have to start the sentence with something to find it, it just searches, which is pretty nice. This normally would just go into currency. Normally I wouldn't worry about this part, but whatever. Then we'll do heist. Heist has its own search tag, thankfully. And I have a tab for heist items, which not necessarily needed, but not the heist contracts and stuff. That automatically goes in heist tab. Let's see. Quality Flask. I keep these not in the vendor tab because I save them to sell in bulk later. And I have a recipe for gems and flasks that are going to be in quality recipes, where you sell like 40% quality's worth of item and get the recipe. Let's see. Quality gem. And then same with gems. I pick up quality gems. I don't pick up any other gems except like any non-level gems at this point, unless they're like in powers or something, of course, but I double check, make sure these are all level 1, just because it'd be weird if it wasn't. I'd feel awkward. Okay, are they all? Oh, this isn't level 1. That was accidentally clicked on. So then I put these in the recipe tab too. For leveling these, oh yeah, other recipe tabs. I have one for the spare unique rings because this can make a lore weave. I have one for breach rings because this can make grasping mail. I have one for leveling recipes, but this is not really needed at all. The rustic sash and chain belts for weapons and or attack and spell weapons respectively. One tiny note about the quality tab, just to keep it simple, if I have a leftover, if I have an odd number of quality gems, I leave one spot blank, and the reason for that is for flasks. So, let's say it was like this. If I don't do that, then the flasks fill up in an awkward pattern. Whereas if I leave one empty, that way they fill up evenly and they don't take up spots. That's just a very minor thing, but it's there. I keep, so the exceptional bases, like the two-tone boots. Now you don't really need to hoard these as much as I do, but in case you do. Don't have any fugitive boots, huh? Okay. But yeah, I keep any exceptional bases in a bases folder, or if I didn't have the bases, I would just type, yeah, so this is boot plus, and then glove plus, which is, the 4 exceptional gloves are spiked, fingerless silk, gripped, and the new apothecaries. Arguably I should search Veil first. Because that makes sense. And these are going to be vendored, but I keep them in the non-vendor tab because obviously I don't want to sell them early. Let me just make sure I didn't keep any bases here. Okay, good. Spam identify with Jun. I just take whatever's unveiled. It doesn't matter. These items aren't going to be good. Like, the chances of them being good are incredibly low. 2% life mana. Nice. I do casually mouse over the items, but I don't really care. Like, there's very little chance of them being good. Much per frenzy charge, sure. I should have gotten cold dot multi there, but oh well. And then just vendor it all. Because veiled items never turn out to be good. Let's see. I usually keep Abyss Jewels, but you don't really need to. But assuming you do, any jewels really. I have an Abyss Jewel tab that I just dump these all into and like look at them later. Are any of these good? I'm gonna go with no. I should just sell these. I don't know why they're in that tab, but whatever.
We're too late.
Side note, if you control click Tane or Last to Die, they'll just open up their Sabinder window, the sell window. So if you want to be efficient, you can just put Last to Die or Tane next to your stash, just control click them, instead of having to go click, sell, open. They're the two vendors that shortcut to vendor tab or sell tabs. Though I've had a bug recently where, though I've had a bug all this league where if I click on them they sometimes go to a different person, but we don't talk about that. Alright, regular flasks. This is a new thing. Normally I don't bother picking up regular flasks, but this league they had the item levels matter for flasks, so here we are. I have a flask tab. I really don't need this many flasks, but here we are. Life, mana, defense, offense, defensive utility, offensive utility, resistance, utility. So then offense, and then resistance, then life. And really, that'll only become in play for people actually caring about flasks around item level 82. So that's a thought. Gems. I'm just gonna pick up the spare gems and look at them. So these are Val gems. They go in here. RGB, red, blue, green, red, green, blue. Just for the regular gems. I alternate when I care to keep Val gems either in their regular tabs or to keep them in a special fourth tab. Alternate quality I do keep separate, as well as Empower, Enlighten, Enhance, and Portal, and Detonate Mines, but we don't talk about that. So these are, and these are alternate qualities, so they get their own tabs, so I don't lose them. Let's see. At this point, I'm running out of items to sort, so I just take... I don't even filter them anymore. I just look. I just grab. Okay. Alright. So I like the Horde influence items, but that's not needed, but I do it. But I do keep a separate tab for influence bases. Or influence items. Not even bases. I should only pick up the bases that matter. Yet here we are. Alright, this is Crusader. This is Redeemer. Redeemer. Should be noted, if you use folders, control mouse only moves from folder to folder, not from subfolder to subfolder, which is irksome. I don't know if there's a way to move from subfolder to subfolder, but if there is, I would love to know. Crusader. And if I ever fill up on these tabs, I don't even bother selling them, I just end up making a new tab. But really, you would just want to keep item level 84 of these items and only bases that matter. Or alternatively, just bases that matter. Sometimes lower level influence bases are useful for crafters, but generally you just want... Like, really, I could sell a lot of this and be fine. Okay, what are we doing here? I have a new tab for baking items now. This is the Scourge tab, where I put items in the Blood Crucible, but whatever. Let me just quickly see if I can 6-link this item. 6-socket it, sorry. Because this has good stats except for the resistance suffix, but even so.
The jeweler leaves 5 fingerprints and connects them with a single thread.
Well, I wasted a prophecy, and that's okay. Fun fact, just use... You can use a program that makes your left click your scroll mouse, your scroll button, and that's one way to quickly do this. And then 4-link it. Or 5-link. Okay, that's perfect. That's a perfect baking item. I might put resistances on this in a second. Shit, I had a 4-link. Okay. I have the bake tab and the gear tab, I don't know why. I have a bunch of spare tabs. Like, you do not need to buy this many tabs, and you certainly don't need to buy as many tabs as I have. Oh, you can't have another stuff. Oh, this is the life one. Okay. Nice. Decent roll. And you get resistances. Not even sure why I'm bothering with these, but here I am. Mark you like a hurricane. Alright, so we're almost done with... We have less things in our quad tab than we do items. Oh, okay. This is bone helmets are a special base, so they go in my minion tab. Convoking wands also go in here, which are another minion type thing. Influence 6 priority over bases, so this is going in the influence tab. As is this, as is this. This, I don't know why I'm keeping it. Well, it's okay. It's not okay enough, though. Let's see, tier 2, tier 4. It does have avoid movement speed and avoid being shocked, but I don't think that's right. Alright, so this is an example of an item that can't figure in my unique tab, so it's a ring, though. Instead of vendoring it, I put it here for the lore weave. Pearl amulets are a special base. These should go in the belt tab. Whoops. Really, you could just keep accessories and belts in the same tab because they don't take up enough space to matter. Gloves take up a lot of space, as do boots. These are just item checks. We'll just dump these in the sell tab. I have a question mark tab. This is like the price check tab when I don't want to price something immediately. This is my expensive tabs. These are just buyouts for like a whole idea. We'll do 2 chaos for both of these. I don't even want to bother price checking them. This, I think I'll just... I'll put it in 1 chaos and see if it moves. Alright, and now, the vendor tab is much simpler. Grab everything, When you run out of inventory, you sell everything.
Pointless.
You grab everything. Oh yeah, put these up. Sell everything.
Pointless.
I think you get the idea. But that's how I sort inventory in this game. It's a process, but it's kind of fun. Realistically, you can do this in many ways. Like, you don't even have to make a dump tab. That's just how I prefer to play.
Pointless.
What you could do is just sort every time you do a map. Just go over stuff. I would recommend making a dump tab for price checking, though, because price checking, like, in between maps is just really obnoxious. Unless you have the auto price checker, the third-party app.
Goodbye.
And there, we're done. Clean inventory.